Work with or through pain. Pain is often a barrier to memoir writing. Who wants to revisit difficult times? Although delving into the past is a generally pleasant experience and promotes healing and growth, it can also be painful. In fact, sooner or later, pain seems to come with memoir writing. It seems to be part of the territory. This pain, if not handled well, can inhibit and even stop you from continuing with your writing. Sometimes painful memories such as poverty, childhood humiliation, abuse, abandonment, addiction, and so forth, that you had forgotten will resurface. Or you may be unwilling to evoke certain memories at all. Perhaps they are still too painful, or perhaps you are afraid you will not be able to handle the pain if it comes back. You might say, "I put that behind me years ago. I don't want to relive it." No one wishes you to resume gratuitously the pain which had once clamped down on your life. But if a memory is so painful that you are still, after these years, afraid of it, take this as an indication that you haven't gotten over it yet. If a memory is still sapping your emotional energy, whether you are consciously aware of it or not, memoir writing may be very helpful to you. The very act of writing about a painful experience can generate relief from that pain. Here's what one workshop writer stated, quote, "I felt like I was a crazy person who had made it all up. Writing it down made me feel that it had really happened. Finally, I began to understand. It wasn't me who was crazy." Close quote. Writing memoir works because your writing serves as an observant consciousness. In a sense, your paper or your notebook becomes a confidant, an ideal listener. When your pain is witnessed and acknowledged by another person, then it is validated as being real and not a concoction. In the same way, writing provides an observer self, an effective way of assuaging your pain and sometimes of freeing yourself of it once and for all. How many times have you heard people say, "I feel better having shared this with you"? By sharing your pain with your writing and with your reader, even if that reader is a future you and no one else, you can create relief for yourself. Begin to approach your pain by writing around it. For instance, if the death of your spouse is still too difficult for you to write about, you might try writing about when you first became aware of the signs of illness, or about initial treatments when you hoped a cure was still possible. When you feel ready, try writing your difficult stories. Eventually, as when you peel an onion layer by layer, you will come to the center of your grief and to acceptance and understanding. Though the process may be difficult, it will lead you to a new relationship with your memory, one relieved of the pain that now surrounds it. There are benefits of writing about pain. Writing your life stories is not intended to be emotional or psychological therapy, or a substitute for such work under the guidance of a professional counselor. Yet life writing sometimes conveys benefits very similar to therapy and can do away with the need for such intervention. People would be well advised, when writing about painful memories, to think of a time when they were at a dentist. I have sometimes had work done on my teeth without any painkiller being administered. I feel discomfort, but no great pain. There have been other times, however, when I have started out without painkillers and then have ended up grimacing with pain. When the dentist asks if I'm okay, I cry out an emphatic, "No, I need help." In writing about painful memories, there's a time when you know you can handle the experience alone. But when it's clear you need some help, look for assistance from a professional therapist whose expertise will guide you safely and effectively through your quagmire of memories. Here are some action steps to help you to write about painful experiences. This can be difficult. 1. Identify a past experience that continues to be painful to you. either because it was a loss or an unresolved interaction, or because it caused you shame. Write a few sentences about the experience. Write more if you feel so inclined, but only for as long as you are comfortable. 2. On a different page, write a few sentences about you will gain by exercising this painful experience. Write about how it will feel to have your pain gone. Write about how much fuller your life will be. 3. What are you gaining by holding on to the painful experience? Write a few sentences about that on yet another page. A painful and troubled past can serve as an excuse for not taking action to be happier in your life. Don't let this happen to you. 4. When it feels right, continue writing about the painful experience until you feel the need to stop again. Allow yourself to return to this subject whenever it comes up until you have laid it to rest. And in conclusion, whatever you do today, write a bit on your memoir.